Welcome to Personality Tap, where we are passionate about personality, relationship, and reality TV. As always, we start with our question of the day. So what I really want to know today is if you were in between relationships and you met someone that you wanted to be friends with, nothing romantic. Maybe you met them at a party and you thought, wow, this is someone I really enjoy hanging out with, and I would feel comfortable even confiding in them. And then you found out that they were dating an ex that maybe you hadn't completely stopped thinking about. How would you react? How would you feel? What would you do? I'd love to know your thoughts, and I hope you'll share them in the comments below. I'm here today to talk about Kim Kardashian. Now, most of us know her as the power behind the Kardashian empire, and it's really no wonder that we know her as the power behind the Kardashian empire because her personality, the physical changemaker, is all about honing in on and navigating, you guessed it, power. Now, some of us, might have a negative association with power, but it's a force like gravity. It does what it does. And people who have the ability to sort of harness and use it to get where they want to go, I mean, good for them. I think we all wish we had that power, at least sometimes. But I'm not really here to talk about, Kim, the businesswoman. I'm here to talk about Kim's relationship, lack thereof, lack of a sustainable romantic relationship that I think she wants. I'm here to say that Kim, you're looking at the wrong personalities. So let me back up a little bit and just give a quick overview of the personality types in my algorithm. And you don't have to memorize anything, and you'll just notice something as you listen to them. Social explorer, social changemaker, social connector. Ideas explorer, ideas changemaker, ideas connector. Physical explorer, physical changemaker, physical connector. Kim is a physical changemaker. That's a very intense personality, obviously, right? And so her dad was also a physical changemaker, which is why we see early on in her dating, when she was younger, she was dating physical changemakers. I mean, I can tell you pretty much anyone who's a professional competitive athlete guaranteed to be a physical changemaker. So she was attracted to physical changemakers, which again, there was definitely a spark there, I can guarantee you. But that spark could also be negative. And so a lot of conflict. Then relatively recently, she was dating someone, not at all physical changemaker, very mellow, chill. She talks about how kind he was, not a physical changemaker. I pretty much guarantee you that Kim did not feel the spark that she really needed to feel in that relationship. So as a physical change maker, physicality is very important to her. She needs to feel that sort of intoxicating attraction. And that's only going to happen with someone who brings that the same intensity, right? So the question is, how do you get that level of intensity without conflict? How do you get that level of sort of only in a good way, but not in a butt heads way? And so I'm here to say she needs to date a change maker, but not a physical change maker. So she needs either an ideas change maker or a social change maker. Now, ideas change makers are people who can be very intense and competitive, but they're all focused on the ideas. So it could be someone who's really more obviously an academic, a professor. Now, certainly the stereotypical professor would not necessarily be a great match for her, but I think you could have a lot of people who are professors who are very entrepreneurial, innovative, outside the box, that might be actually a good fit for her. The other change maker, the social change maker, are people who can be very intense, savvy in certain ways, and they focus on doing good in the world. So they their passion is actually using their success to make the world a better place. And so someone in that category, I think, could be an amazing match for Kim. Now, I want to say something here because I think that a lot of people see Kim as a two-dimensional person, underestimate her in a way. For example, I think, I don't know, within the last few months, there was a situation where Kim lost a diamond ring in the ocean and she posted about it. And people responded like, Kim, there are much bigger problems in the world. I actually think that Kim cares about the world. I feel strongly that Kim is bringing feminist empowerment to an entire community and culture of women that is not offered that from anyone else. So women who enjoy focusing on their bodies, enjoy flaunting their bodies, specifically to men. Our culture often puts in the category of, oh, well, then once you do that, you sort of are cut out from success in other ways. And Kim is very much a role model to show that that's not the case. She went to law school. She took the bar exam 3 times before she passed it. She worked it. Okay. She's very much an entrepreneur, obviously self-sufficient financially. And she's really just showing women that it's not an either or. You can embrace being attractive to men as much as you want, and that does not limit you in other ways. And so to me, that's really a message that I don't see anyone else offering. And I think it's a really important and powerful message. So I want to say that. And so that's why I think that social change maker, there might actually be a social change maker who would appreciate Kim. Again, I think Kim, I think you need to show yourself more, show more of yourself to men that you would not normally be thinking to show yourself to. You wouldn't necessarily be thinking to show that side of yourself. I think that either an ideas change maker or a social change maker could potentially have a real spark in a good way, and yet it would be sort of non-competing, because the ways that each needs to sort of be the alpha, the area where they need to be the alpha, are different. So they can each still maintain their alpha status. That's what I have to say about Kim and how she could find an actual compatible partner. Thank you for joining me. Remember, personality tap. 2 questions, 1 you. See you next time.